Always a pleasure to see you.
There you are. Look, darling, it's the lovely mercenary I hired to clear out that seaside estate I told you about.
You did what?
Well, you told me to deal with it, so I did. You didn't expect me to just sit on my hands while surrounded by unwashed fishermen, did you?
Look, I'm sorry about my wife. Whatever she told you to do, forget about it. I'll pay you for your trouble. Trust me, I can imagine. Unfortunately, she often gets lost in her enthusiasm. We weren't, at least I wasn't planning on staying here any longer than necessary. We have no need for an estate.
Well, that's your opinion. One I simply do not share. You have? Oh, that's wonderful. I can start planning the welcoming banquet. I'm thinking sea foam made of spun silver, dancers dressed as alluring sea creatures.
And who are you going to invite, The crabs? None of your friends from Camelot are going to come all this way just to have dinner.
Dear gods, Duncan, you're so plebeian. Of course they will come. Besides, there must be some important people here. Weren't you just talking with them? You can invite them too.
Good luck with that. Are you sure that place is safe now? That doesn't exactly build...
Oh, nonsense, Duncan. Why must you always be so malcontent? Try looking on the bright side every once in a while, will you? I, for one, am simply ecstatic to start decorating our new nest. Trust me, when it comes to home decor, my tastes are unparalleled. Now, Duncan, please be a dear and pay the nice mercenary so we can be on our way to our new residence.
Oh, joy. Here's your money. Have a nice day. At least one of us will.
Oh, and do come visit us once we're all settled. I wouldn't mind some company amidst all this dreariness. Truly, there's so little to do here in terms of proper entertainment.
I don't feel like... Adventures of the Swan Knight. The Swan Knight stirs consciousness, returning as he surveys the crime scene. His loyal steed lies lifeless nearby, its golden mane mated with blood, eyes wide and empty. Rising to his feet, the knight declares, "My steed is fallen, my shield shattered, and my armor torn. Yet so long as my sword can be raised, I shall not falter." A blood-curdling inhuman war cry pierces the forest. The sound chills the air, testing even the bravest heart. The Picts thinks the Swan Knight, "They have found me." From the shadows, the savages charge, their spears poised to strike. The knight stands firm, unyielding, ready to face them. The first pick lunges the spear aimed at the knight's heart. He reflects the blow with his blade, then strikes true, felling his foe instantly. The second he impales through the chest and lung, the blade emerges crimson from a savage back. The third hides behind a wooden shield, but a mighty swing shatters it and splits the warrior's skull during the skirmish in the shower of splintered blood. In human war cry pierces the forest. The sound chills the air, testing even in human war in human war
Who goes there? Are you the one responsible for all that racket? People are trying to rest in peace, damn it. Oh, you'll have to forgive them. They're a little disoriented. Waking up in this way is like coming out of a thick fog you've been wandering through for days on end. Dulls the senses, clouds the mind. Terrible for coordination. My name's Huardok, and I am the keeper of this place. I look after the dead, or at least, I try to. It used to be much easier where they stayed in one place. Now I need to keep making sure they don't stray too far from the cemetery. But I'm not complaining. A little exercise is good for the body. Dead, alive, what's the difference? I am here. I always have been, and I always will be, until the day I'm released from my service. Truth be told, I'm not quite sure. Has it been a long time since the wave came and swallowed the village? That was when people stopped coming here. It's like the sea washed away the memory of this place as well. I don't remember much of what happened afterwards. I must have fallen asleep for a while. I know everything that happens here. If you're looking for some juicy gossip, Becca from the third row south still has no idea where her husband is. They were supposed to be buried together, you see, but he never showed up. The scoundrel. Everyone here thinks he got remarried and chose to rest with his second wife. Not me. I think he probably got eaten. Oh, that would be Master. He's been at his experiments again, I'm afraid. Getting the folks around here all agitated. Putting them back to sleep again is going to be such a chore. Master is Master. He commands the dead. I don't know much else. I'm here to serve, not to ask questions. Dunno. Usual. Glowing chalk, candles, and dead bodies. I even saw some new faces recently, but they didn't stay long. You want me to betray his trust that easily? We barely know each other. I wouldn't tell you even if I could. Because it's my purpose. The sole reason I was brought back. That has never changed, just as I haven't. But I'm happy where I am. The dead need company too, you know. The folks here were forsaken by the living. At least I can make sure they're not lonely.
Wardock, keeper of the crypt, custodian of the dead. Wardock has watched over this place longer than even he can remember. Once his task was simple. Once his task was simple: guard the resting and ensure their peace. Now, in the world where the dead do not always stay buried, his role has become something else entirely. He does not command them, or nor does he fear them. Instead, he guides them back to their rest, patient and unshaken by chaos around him. Some would call him a relic, others a servant bound too long to his duty. Wardock himself would likely shrug and say death is simply another kind of life. Someone has to look after it.
Interested in local history, are you? Good, good. The memory of those who came before us should be preserved. I can let you in. There is a small fee of 5 gold coins, for the upkeep of the cemetery, of course. It's constant work, as you can clearly see, and my petitions for additional funds seem to have fallen on deaf ears. Ah, that it is. But there's only so much I can do on my lonesome. I cannot ask any of these old folks for help. They're not bound by worldly affairs anymore. The only thing they have left is time, and it wears them down just as much as it does their homes. Oh! Did you know that some prominent keepers rest in this place? You should... Oh, and when you're back, please remind your captain of this place. It's in a dire condition. It requires his immediate attention. Oh...
Careful there. Try not to step on the array. It's advanced magic. Very fragile. Stop. Well, what I am doing here is very important. Besides, I'm hardly hurting anyone. Well, anyone that matters, that is. That is a gross oversimplification. I am conducting valuable research, and yes, I do get rid of vermin and give their sorry existence some actual meaning. Posthumously, but, well, as they say, better late than never, right? Don't tell me you care about the lives of a few bandits. Don't enjoy it either. It's messy, and it takes up far too much time that could be better devoted to my research. Think about it this way. People who wrought so much misery on others could end up bettering the lives of everyone. I've made some tremendous breakthroughs. I know people fear this kind of magic, but it creates so many new possibilities. It could change the meaning of life and death. Give those who died prematurely more time with their loved ones. We could learn to live without the fear of dying. We could treat death not like an end, but like a new beginning. I'm not desecrating anything. It's just flesh. There's nothing sacred about it in the first place. It starts decaying the moment you die. I'm merely prolonging its usefulness. And I've made some tremendous breakthroughs. Oh, please. Is that the only thing people can think of when it comes to necromancy? What use would I have with an army? My ambition isn't to command the dead, but death itself. I aim to make Avalon a place where people won't have to fear it anymore. The problem is, I keep missing something. Raising the dead is easy, but I don't want mindless minions. I want truly living undead. Yet no matter what I do, it just won't work. Nonsense. The process, as you aptly called it, holds no secrets from me. I have studied its every stage, every aspect, all while keeping meticulous records. It's almost insulting how straightforward it is, how little variety there is at its very core. Death truly does make all of us equal. And yet, capturing the connection between the flesh and the spirit continues to elude me. No matter how I approach it. I've even tried to force it, but to no avail. Warduk. You mean the servant? I'm not sure where you got that idea, but he is indeed merely a minion. Quite a sophisticated one, I'll admit, but he's never said more than 2 words to me. Fine. If you wish to waste your time with him, go ahead. Who knows, maybe his first master simply forbade him from speaking his mind. Still, don't hold your breath for any groundbreaking insights. Any Careful! Very well. Do you know what I...
Yes, I felt that. He must have been surprised. People like him tend to forget that it can happen to them too. I guess I'll do what I always do. Clean up, put everyone back to sleep, and then take a little nap. Someone will come along again sooner or later. We can't have them seeing such a mess. Well, this master wasn't the first one. I'm sure he won't be the last. This place is very popular with their kind for some reason. And they always leave it in such a state. It's not like it would hurt them to pick up a few bones and put them back in place. It seems so. But before you go, I'm afraid I won't be able to fulfill all my duties before I need to rest again. Could you take what remains of the Master and place him in a special cryptype? If you feel so inclined, a few kind words about him. Well, goodbye then. And thank you for stopping by. It was true. It's nice to be remembered.
Careful there! That push. I'm not desecrating. It starts to. I know people. Give those who died prematurely more time with their loved ones. We could learn to live without the fear of dying. We could treat death not like an. Don't enjoy. Think about it. Hope, my ambition. The problem is. That's absurd. Nobody. Nonsense. The process, as you aptly called it, holds no secrets from me. I have studied its every stage, every aspect, all while keeping meticulous. Almost insulting how straightforward it is. And yet... That's just sentimental drivel. There's nothing uniquely significant about any of us. Take it from someone who's seen it all. Warduk. Ah, you mean the servant? I'm not sure where you got that idea, but he is indeed merely a minion. Quite a sophisticated one, I'll admit, but he's never said more than 2 words to me. Fine. If you wish to waste your time with him, go ahead. Who knows? Maybe his first master simply forbade him from speaking his mind. Still, don't hold your breath for any revelation.
Oh, you're... Is he? I couldn't tell. I don't mean any offense, but they're all the same to me. Every one of them thinks they're reinventing death or breaking the circle of life. And the only thing they're doing is disturbing some honest folk in their rest. Pah! No! I'm sure he won't be the last. This place is very popular with their kind for some reason, and they always leave it in such a state. It's not like it would hurt them to pick up a few bones and put them back in place. I don't have much, but I don't mind the service. I like being around the dead. It's just the constant cleanup that gets to you after a while. Ah, no. I just don't think we have anything to talk about. I don't mean any offense, but truth be told, they're all the same to me. Every one of them thinks they're reinventing... Oh, does he now? That's quite admirable. And rather unusual for his kind. Normally they act as though they know all there is to know, yet they always end up baffled by their failures. Oh, I'd love to help, but alas, I'm not certain I can. You see, death is intensely personal, and as such, quite indescribable. Well, whether you die alone or surrounded by loved ones, dying is the loneliest experience of our lives. It can't be shared or taken from someone. In the end, no matter how it happens, our death is the only thing that truly belongs to us. It's a potent experience, one for which there are no words, because there is simply no need for them. Nobody is meant to die and then return to tell the tale. I'm glad to have been of assistance. Though I do wonder how the Master will react when he hears... I just hope he doesn't do anything that will cause even more trouble. Oh! Oh! Is it? Oh. I'm afraid not. But honestly, he would be better off dedicating his time to... really, anything else. Oh, it's such a waste. Oh.
Well, what earth-shattering revelation do you have for me? Are you threatening me? But this is my life's work. You don't understand. This island, it wants us all dead. For 600 years, everything here has been trying to kill us. No matter what we did, it seemed hopeless. So, I sought a different solution. And I've done terrible things to get here. Abandoning it now would mean it was all for nothing. Another way, What other way? This is all I know. You might have a point there. I've discovered things about the human body that no healer has ever talked about. It's been both fascinating and terrifying. I'll need to drastically improve my success rate, but maybe I could turn all my knowledge of death into something more. First though, take all these. I won't be needing them anymore. I guess this is goodbye. Thank you for everything. I hope we don't come to regret this.
The Master just left. You know, that's never happened before. Never. Their kind are quite persistent, to put it mildly. Their obsession with death tends to lead to, well, you can probably imagine. And it always ends with a mess for me to clean up. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I guess I'll keep doing what I've always... Then, I might try to catch a nap myself. Until the next one comes along in 100 years or so. And I'll have to... A few. They don't come around too often. But I've even set aside a special crypt for them. They may not have been the kindest men, but they still don't deserve to be completely forgotten. You can visit them, if you like. Don't worry, they won't be wandering about. They're all quite peaceful in death. Perhaps that's all they ever needed. Goodbye. Thanks for stopping. It's nice to be... Oh!
Well, what earth-shattering are you But this is my life's work. You don't have for 600 years, and I've done terrible things to get here. Abandoning it now would mean it was all... Another way. I suppose that's not a terrible idea. Some of the potions I've created I've made some serious breakthroughs in halting the advancement of necrosis. That should count for something, right? Maybe you're right. Maybe all this here is a dead end. Well, in that case, just take all these. I won't need... I guess this is goodbye. Well, what earth... Are you... That's, No, it can't be that simple. It sounds so... sentimental. I don't believe in things that are indescribable or unmeasurable. But how do I make sure I don't share the fate of the others? I mean, how do I remain? That's it. Perhaps that's the very core of the problem. What's needed is a subject who is perfectly aware of what's happening, one who understands the intent behind everything. And that subject could only be me. Plus, there might be a few advantages to having an undead body. Let's see. Just need a few things and...
Oh, well, this is a fine kettle of fish, isn't it? Poor master. He must be terribly confused. I am the keeper of this. Master is... well, he's not really the master anymore. But he became one of us, so it is my duty to watch over him. Master's heart was in the right place, mostly. But his head was always all over the place. The dead, you see, they have simple needs and simple regrets. When there's too much clutter, things can get tangled up. But who am I to dwell on such matters? I'm just a simple servant, after all. Things like this are far beyond my understanding. Oh, it's very kind of you, but there's no need to worry. I cannot promise he will be happy, but I'll at least make sure he'll be... His mind has always been so tormented. Oh, please, visit any time. I'm sure it'll make him happy. And I suppose I won't be going to sleep just yet. Not while the master is still adjusting to his... It might be a good time to tidy up, so... Oh... Oh...
Well, are you a thick person? And Gods. I'm not sure I'm as smart as you think I am, but fine then. Here, take these. So this is goodbye. I'm not sure if... Well? Are you... That's, But, and that subject...
Mark? Oh, it's very kind.